welcome to another bonus episode of the Do You Comma Here Often podcast, read by me. Bonus episodes are released at random. They happen when I find something I want to read on the internet, but aren't quite long enough to make it into a full episode, or in this case, deemed good enough to be put into a full episode. Full episodes are released every Tuesday. In this bonus episode, I read two stories that are considered offbeat and have made it into the strange news section of the Sky News website. I will let you be the judge of whether they are either offbeat or considered strange news. Please enjoy and feel free to share with anyone you like, or indeed anyone you dislike. Thank you. A short selection of stories from the offbeat section of news.sky.com/strange news. Here we go. Title of this one is, "If you see this toad in a US park, you shouldn't lick it, and this is why." Firstly, why does this even need to be said? Licking toads. Some say the Sonoran desert toad, which has glowing eyes, also has psychedelic effects. I was waiting to say printed, but that's not correct. Written, uploaded, Tuesday the 8th of November 2022. The US National Park Service is warning visitors to stop licking one of America's largest toads. The potentially deadly Sonoran desert toad, also known as the Colorado River toad, excretes a toxin which can harm humans, and some say it has psychedelic effects. In a Facebook post, the service warned people to refrain from licking the amphibians, which can be as big as 7 inches and have glowing eyes. As we say with most things you come across in a national park, whether it be a banana slug, unfamiliar mushroom, or a large toad with glowing eyes in the dead of the night, please refrain from licking, the agency wrote. The service released a picture of one of the toads captured by a motion sensor camera staring into the lens at the Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument in Arizona. According to the Oakland Zoo, some people have exploited the toad's toxin as a psychedelic, smoking it to experience euphoria and hallucinations. It added that one of the chemicals found in toad's skin, bufotenin, is illegal to possess in California, but in neighboring Arizona, one can legally capture up to 10 toads with proper license. Toxins from the toad can also kill a grown dog. There we are. Don't go to forests and lick things. As if that needs to be said. Neutron stars are structured like chocolate pralines, scientists reveal. Neutron stars, which are formed when a supermassive star collapses, are incredibly compact and dense. Physicists describe them as akin to the mass of the sun being compressed into a sphere the size of a large city. By Tom Akers? I don't know. Technology Reporter, Tuesday the 15th of November 2020. It turns out the Milky Way is not the only cosmic entity with chocolatey connotations. More than 60 years after they were first discovered, scientists working to understand the structure of neutron stars finally have the perfect point of comparison: chocolate pralines. Neutron stars, which are formed when a supermassive star collapses, are incredibly compact and dense. Physicists describe them as akin to the mass of the Sun being compressed into a sphere the size of a large city. So the subtitle of this article is just lifted wholesale from the article. Keep the word count up. Such extreme conditions cannot be replicated in a laboratory, so researchers have had their work cut out to better understand exactly what makes up a neutron star. Using hundreds of thousands of so-called equations of state, which aims to describe the star's properties, a team at Goethe University, Frankfurt, made a discovery which gave them their tasty new point of reference. Light neutron stars with masses smaller than about 1.7 solar masses seem to have a soft mantle and a stiff core, whereas heavy neutron stars with masses larger than 1.7 solar masses have a stiff mantle and soft core. Just to put into context how dense a neutron star is, a single solar mass means the mass of the Sun, which itself is estimated at 330,000 times the mass of the Earth. The key equation behind the finding was the speed of sound, which measures how fast sound waves bounce around within an object. This will depend on how stiff or soft matter is, and on Earth it is used to explore the insides of the planet and discover oil deposits. Professor Luciano Rizzola, who led the university group, said, "This result is very interesting because it gives us a direct measure of how compressible the center of neutron stars can be. Neutron stars apparently behave a bit like chocolate pralines. Light stars resemble those chocolates that have a hazelnut in the center, surrounded by soft chocolate, whereas heavy stars can be considered more like those chocolates, where a hard layer contains a soft filling. Despite the sweet satisfaction of their latest findings, the physicists say neutron stars still harbor many mysteries, including when it comes to their exact structure and composition." That was "Neutron stars are structured like chocolate pralines," scientists reveal. I'm not entirely sure how that story can be considered offbeat or strange news. They were simply trying to use a thing that we're all, most people are familiar with, to describe a physicist, something from the realm of physics that some might consider complicated or difficult. That's not offbeat, that's not strange. That story is in the wrong section. news.sky.com/strange news. You need to do better. Offbeat would be something like I don't know. What would be offbeat? A monkey who is the manager of Starbucks but got sacked because he wasn't very good at maths, so his tallies at the end of the day kept tallying up wrong, and top management finally had to come down hard on him. That's more offbeat than, say, just describing a neutron star in terms that we could all understand. Anyway, That was 2 offbeat stories from the past week, read by me.